Hello, welcome to Kapow Toys Presents. I'm your host King Grimlock, like you haven't got used to that by now, and today we are joined by Powercore combiner Sledge and Throttler. I love the Powercore combiners, there I said it, well the 2-packs anyway. I'm turned around, ladies and gentlemen, I was not a fan, and hand on heart I have repented and seen the error of my ways. These 2-packs are supremely detailed little fellas, scouts and mini-con combinations. You couldn't ask for more. They're great in both modes. Yes, the commander modes for the most part are hit and miss, and when they're combined they don't like standing up straight, but you know what, these guys are gorgeous in the two main modes. Let's take a closer look, shall we? What we have is what they term a backhoe. Now I normally take that as a woman of ill repute, but you know what, it's a construction vehicle for anybody who doesn't know. And this is a very nicely done one. Yes, it is. It's got problems, big blue chunky bits, but you know what, they've been sculpted to be part of the transformation. It works really well, and there is such minor robot kibble as well. Even though, yes, you can see the hands and face, you can hide that with this though. That's the tower, like the driving bit to show, yeah, little flip. Hide the face. The buzzsaw moves up and down, it goes through the blade, looks really nice there, and the hoe is power shovel, whatever, is fully articulated. Can you guess what they're going to become? The sculptor detailed it. Ooh, that's not supposed to happen, is it? That's what happens when you play too much with your backhoe. Get in there. The sculpture detail down the side is immaculate in the side. The treads themselves are beautiful as well, and they do have little wheels to let them stick to the surface. Oops, scratch my canvas. And in this mode, that is the best way to attach this guy. Pretty much the only way to attach this guy, unless you display him as his Minicon robot mode. And overall, I'm thoroughly impressed with it. It is a bit of a mess. It is an amalgam of parts that sort of they had the best idea of what can we actually put together to make a good-looking robot, and then whack in a load of other bits as well to make him a kick-ass vehicle. And you know what? It does work. The paint detailing on the shovel, both ends of the shovel and the blades at the front, is really nice. And adds weathering to what is essentially just yellow plastic. And for some reason the yellow and purple work. Is that a homage to the Generation 2 Constructicons? I would say it probably is. Though, will you ever get that at Hasbro? I doubt it. To have such a intricate vehicle mode is always nice. I mean, you look at something like Smolder and there's nothing that really does anything. But here you've got the moving arm at the back, you have the up and down blade, these blades move up and down as well. It's a really interactive, playable piece. On the whole, I'm very, very keen on this mode. Aesthetically, it isn't fantastic, but you know what, for what it is brilliant as a playable piece of kit. Let's have a look at that all-important robot mode for our boys. And Sledge and Throttler present two more than capable robot modes. I'm going to start with Throttler because I can't make him stand up. To be honest with you, he's a nightmare. Let's move you out of the way so we can get that lovely glow that these mini-cons get. He is a very simplistic robot. He is basically the drill split into 4 parts and his little nubbin head. But he has some detail sculpted into the insides for his hands, little bits of his arms as well, and on his feet. Let's get that on camera, shall we? And the little, the black panels work really well. It's just a nice looking piece. He doesn't like standing up in this mode, let's be fair. That's about the best you can do, really. He is a bit of a nightmare. He sort of stands up if he wants to. But you know what? He's nice enough for what he is, and for the most part you're also not going to display him in that because he is combinable in so many ways with the big guy. And the big guy is immaculate. He is lovely. He is that same sort of mess of parts. But everything comes together. Again, the blue combiner tabs don't ruin this figure as much as they have with figures in the past. Here they added height. Maybe it's because the blue kind of works with that purple and yellow and black. And on the back, they actually work as the back toes, as heels for him. And you actually, I mean, the articulation, that's the word, articulation, is fantastic. He has great articulation all over the body. Head's on a ball joint, elbows ball jointed, shoulders ball jointed, knee, hip and ankle swivel. I mean, really nicely done, and a nice amount of detail added to him. He is beautifully sculpted, using many of the same parts. The hand mould is especially nice, but using many of the same parts as the vehicle mode. Now, this guy basically combines with him in one of two ways in this mode. Either you can combine him into the drill piece, again, and stick him either on there or on the side. What he'd use that for, I have absolutely no idea. Or the armour mode, for which, probably the first time ever, I've got to say, is actually a winner. I really like it. Let's transform him into said armour. Now, as with most of the armour modes, you can kind of just rearrange it as you see fit. Again, we just put that saw blade back in slightly, and it's this panel that comes across the middle to give him the armour. Put that back more. The arm power up. It does mean the head drops away somewhat, but it does mean you get this. Well, I'll let you decide for yourself. But I think that looks phenomenal. I think that looks absolutely brilliant. Brutally spiky, fitting in with the aesthetic of the overall figure as well. He is a con. He is a Constructicon effectively, and you know what? That beautiful purple spike sort of exploding from his chest, energon, armour, weaponry, whatever you want to think of it as, just looks amazing. Overall, he is strangely kibble free. Yes, you have the power shovel on the arms, but you know what? It works. It works as part of the arm. It bulks him up. It makes him look really kick-ass. Let's have a look at his combine mode, because that's what these guys are for, aren't they? Combining. Yay! And so we have Sledge in his giant robot of death amalgam mode. And yeah, I'm still not keen on the Powercore combiners for their overall aesthetic, but what this guy gives you is a nice central body. It looks good, and these parts, you know, the shovels and the shovel at the top here really work well to actually combine everything together. It doesn't feel like too much is sort of just stuck on, especially around the legs. These cover up the combined area really nicely. I'll just see if I can get a decent look on that. You know, it just fits nicely, and because they're on that hinge, you can put any of them on there and it works really well. And up at the top here, this is the official mode. The head sculpt is phenomenal. I love that head sculpt. I actually displayed this guy in his scout mode with that head because it's just amazing. Beautiful looking thing. Lovely devilish horns on it as well. This is the official looking mode. Now, I prefer to have these arms on the loose. So I can get them down and round. You gonna be good? You're not gonna be good, are you? I'll be with you in a second, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. And you can sort of make him a, you know, six-armed or six-limbed. Ooh. Powercore combiners, the heights of quality. If only these connected better. It could be so much better. You know, yes, you lose. Oh, you piece of crap. Anyway, yes, you lose. Certain parts of these figures I really don't like. You do lose the little bit of height to it, but you get these sort of very playable prehensile arm area. You know, you can almost, I don't know, you can do things with it. You can have some fun with them. And I guess that again is, every time I play with them, that's what I remember, that these things are supposed to be fun. These things are supposed to be enjoyable. They're supposed to be, you know, they're toys at the end of the day. And you do get to have quite a one keys on. You can't make him stand up straight if you paid him. You're supposed to have fun. You're supposed to find these different ways of doing things. You are supposed to be able to twist and turn and, you know, play around with the modes and see what you can come up with yourself. And isn't that what half the fun is of actually being a collector, as well as being someone who will actually play with them? Anyway, I've rambled and witted perfectly long enough about this guy, and there are a lot more Powercore combiners to come on this channel, and that I need to review now. See if I can actually get him to stick on. Anyway, this has been Powercore Combiner Sledge with Minicon Throttler. I've been King Grimlock. Oh, and we'll see you next time.